Women testing men has always been one of the most confusing experiences a man goes through, because these tests rarely look like tests. They show up as small emotional reactions, subtle comments, sudden distance, random attitude changes, delayed replies, unexpected questions, or tiny disagreements. Most men take these moments personally and assume something is wrong with them or with the relationship, when in reality the woman is simply following a deep psychological instinct built into her since the beginning of human nature, an instinct designed to measure whether the man in front of her is emotionally safe, mentally strong, reliable, confident, and capable of handling life with stability rather than insecurity. Tonight, in this 1-hour breakdown, we will dive into the truth behind why women test men, what these tests actually mean, how they reveal your true masculine nature, and the exact strategies you need to pass every single one of them effortlessly. This video will not only decode female psychology, but will also show you how to build the calm, grounded, powerful presence that women cannot resist. So settle in, breathe deep, and let's begin your transformation into a man who is unshakable. Why women test men? Women test men for one primary reason: emotional safety. A woman cannot physically overpower the world around her, so she measures strength in a different way, through emotional intelligence, mental stability, confidence, and consistency. When she tests you, she isn't trying to manipulate or hurt you. She is trying to see if you can protect the connection instead of collapsing under pressure. These tests allow her to observe how you react when something feels off, how you handle tension, how you respond under stress, and whether you can maintain your frame when she becomes emotional. Women also test because attraction is not just physical for them, it is deeply psychological. They want to know if you are a man whose presence can calm them, whose decisions are reliable, whose confidence is internal rather than performed, and whose sense of self doesn't break the moment there is a disagreement or a moment of uncertainty. By testing you, a woman sees the real you, not the polished version you show in the beginning, but the version that appears under pressure. Another powerful test is when a woman slightly pulls away. She may reply later than usual, give shorter responses, or appear emotionally distant for a moment. Most men immediately panic, thinking something is wrong, and react with insecurity. They double text, ask if she is upset, try to win back attention, or over-explain themselves. This behavior is the exact reason women test in the first place. She wants to see whether your emotional world collapses when she gives less attention. If it does, you fail. Strong men pass this test by remaining centered. They continue their day, maintain normal behavior, and show that their emotional stability doesn't depend on her constant attention. This doesn't mean ignoring her, it means not overreacting. A man who does not chase for instant reassurance communicates through his actions that he is secure, independent, and emotionally mature. This calm response increases attraction, because women trust men who don't crumble when small changes occur. The confidence test. Women constantly test confidence, not by asking direct questions, but through subtle comments that reveal the truth about how you feel inside. She may say, "Why are you so quiet today?" Or, "I don't think that outfit suits you," or "You look tired," or "Are you sure you can handle that?" These comments are not attacks. They are psychological checkpoints. She wants to know whether your confidence is internal or externally fragile. A man whose confidence depends on approval becomes defensive, tries to prove himself, or becomes insecure. But a truly confident man remains relaxed, smiles, and takes the comment lightly. He does not overreact because his identity is not threatened by small opinions. The strongest men respond playfully or simply acknowledge the comment without trying to fix anything. Confidence is not loudness, it is internal stability. Passing this test signals maturity and emotional power. The boundaries test. Every woman will eventually test your boundaries. not to control you, but to see whether you have a stable identity and a life direction. She might ask you to cancel plans, push you to do something you don't want to do, or try to pull you away from responsibilities. Weak men instantly give up their boundaries to keep her happy, thinking this will increase love, but this only decreases respect. Women trust men who can say no calmly, without guilt or fear. A strong man does not need to be rude, he simply knows his priorities and communicates them clearly. Passing this test means holding your ground respectfully and showing that your identity is not flexible just to avoid discomfort. Boundaries create attraction because they signal strength, leadership, and direction, qualities deeply tied to masculine energy. The jealousy test. Women sometimes mention another man, casually talk about someone who complimented them, or bring up a male co-worker. This test is not designed to hurt you, it is designed to measure your security. Insecure men react with jealousy, interrogation, anger, or fear. Secure men remain relaxed, show zero emotional threat, and simply acknowledge the statement with calm energy. Jealousy makes you look weak, while calm confidence makes you look powerful. When a woman sees that other men do not intimidate you, her attraction increases because you display emotional dominance without aggression. She wants to know whether you are the kind of man who trusts himself more than he fears competition. If you overreact, you fail. If you stay composed, you pass effortlessly. The patience test. Women naturally gravitate toward men who can handle slow pace without frustration. They may delay decisions, take time to open up, or move slowly in certain stages of the relationship. This is not disinterest, it is observation. She wants to see whether you respect her pace or whether you start pushing, pressuring, or rushing. A man who rushes shows insecurity. A man who is comfortable with patience shows strength. Women feel safe with slow, steady masculine energy because patience signals emotional maturity, confidence in yourself, and trust in the process. Passing this test requires you to remain calm, keep consistent energy, and allow things to unfold naturally. The consistency test. In the beginning, every man appears confident, composed, and charming. Women know this, so they test to see whether your behavior is permanent or temporary. She watches whether you are consistent in your actions, your tone, your effort, and your emotional presence. Weak men start strong but cannot sustain their energy. Strong men are steady. They are the same man in week 1, month 1, and month 12. This consistency creates deep trust and long-term attraction. Women fall in love with emotional reliability, not emotional excitement. Passing this test means showing up as a stable, predictable, grounded man over time, not one who shifts depending on mood. The final and biggest test. The deepest test every woman gives, consciously or unconsciously, is whether you can lead yourself. A woman can immediately sense when a man has no purpose, no vision, no discipline, or no direction. She isn't just attracted to you, she is attracted to the life you are building and the strength you carry. If you don't lead your own life, you cannot lead a relationship. Women are drawn to men with mission, structure, and self-respect. This final test isn't about her behavior, it's about your lifestyle. The stronger your direction in life, the easier every other test becomes. Women don't test men to break them, they test men to reveal them. These tests are not obstacles. They are opportunities to show emotional maturity, strength, calmness, direction, and self-respect. When you pass these tests, a woman's instinct relaxes. Her feminine energy opens, her trust deepens, and attraction becomes effortless and natural because she finally feels she has found a man who can handle both her softness and her storms. If you want more deep psychology-based scripts like this, stay connected because this is just the beginning.